Good evening, my fellow geeks. Um, my name is Sam, and I'm a product manager here at Postmates. And my topic tonight is going to be about volunteering and leveraging whatever cool, unique tech that your company is building for maybe something that it wasn't originally intended for. So, about 6 months ago, I started at Postmates, and one of my first company meetings was actually a presentation given by Disney Petit, who is our head of Civic Labs. And she gave, uh, she gave this awesome overview of all of the volunteer projects that Postmates had been a part of and facilitates over the first half of the year. And the second part of that was that she was introducing these new concepts that she wanted to carry out over the second part of the year. And I just sat in that crowd and I was so excited just listening to her talk about this. And as my previous roommate pointed out to me tonight, I did not have a history of volunteering at that time. But just hearing her speak about it was really inspiring. And one of the ideas that she had was something that I was interested in. So afterwards, I immediately ran up to her and I said, I have 3 weeks of Postmates experience and I would like to be on your volunteer team. And thankfully, there were a bunch of other people that were interested. And so we got together and started thinking about how we could use the Postmates business model for this new idea. And that idea is called Food Fight. So what did we want to do? We set off to combat what's been referred to as the world's dumbest problem, which is food waste. If, as an exercise, if you guys just want to think about how many restaurants in the Soma area, and then also how many people you might have walked by just today on the street that are clearly in need of food, it is the dumbest problem. There's probably restaurants that are throwing out food and they have people sleeping in front of their doorstep. I don't know why, but we haven't been able to figure this out as a society. And so it's something that we wanted to start tackling. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Postmates, but we are really good at getting one thing from point A to point B. And for me personally, that's my favorite Indian food restaurant in the Mission to my apartment. Shout out to Pakwan. They're now a partner on Postmates. And so this business model was perfect for what we wanted to solve for actually getting that surplus food to people in need. So what we actually did was we set out to leverage all of the existing tools available to us. We use our delivery API product, and we use our restaurant partners, and we also use our awesome Postmates, with without any of this like dream would be a reality. And what we did was we actually built a feature in the merchant app in this tablet that all of our restaurants have in store today. And through just the click of a button, they can actually request that a courier come to their store and pick up that surplus food. Really the goal here was like, from even in my personal stint working in restaurants, you're so physically and emotionally tired after that shift, nothing extra is getting done. Like you cannot wait to go home. And a lot of this food ends up just being thrown out for that reason. And so what I knew we needed to set out and think about was, how do we make donating this surplus food as easy as it is to throw out? So we worked on this design, and like there's a group of us, there's a blog page, you guys can totally read about it. But there's a group of us that came up with this design and this concept, and what we wanted to do was just like, at the click of a button, you can just have someone come and take that surplus food for you. And what we do in the background is we dispatch our Postmate. They go to that restaurant. We know where you are based on that tablet. And we actually pass through the address of a shelter in that neighborhood that we know is taking donations. So I'm super happy to say that after many, many long months, we are at a point where we've launched Food Fight to 250 participating Postmates partners in the LA market. Yeah. And we've the real MVP. And we have completed 45 donations to Midnight Mission in downtown LA. So we're obviously hoping to expand this as well. So to kind of recap, like the 4 things that really stuck out to me about why we could make this a successful thing. One is company values. I have to plug Postmates here. I had never even heard of Pledge 1% before working here, but it's something that we're a part of. You can go to pledge1%.com and find out more, but it basically facilitates businesses that can sign up to donate 1% of their equity, product, time, or people. And Postmates is heavily involved in that, which is why we even get to have a Civic Labs department here. So if your company hasn't heard of that, maybe pass on the word. Sorry, that was too soon. Thinking of more slides. And the second one is just about finding time, which like you don't work short days at Postmates, but we actually do get 24 hours of volunteer time, and you can always do things outside of working hours, which is what a lot of us decided to do for this project. Number 3 is deadlines. We actually worked back from when we knew we wanted to launch this program. People have really busy schedules. We all have volunteer time, but it was just mostly about making enough buffer so that everyone could get their piece done by the time that we wanted to launch and communicating that. And then step 4 was proof of concept. So this platform is definitely usable. It is not yet scalable, but we've been able to prove its worth. And I'm happy to say that we've gotten some numbers and good feedback, and we know the iterations we want to make, and we're going to be prioritizing that in our roadmap for next year. So yeah, this is my shout out to encourage everyone to think about the tech that you use on a daily basis and like how else could that be used in and around our community to do something better. And I will leave you with my favorite motto, which is ask forgiveness, not permission.